All right, everybody. We are here for, I guess, the reveal of these Gohan and the Gammas. We're going to see their kids. We're going to see their animations. We'll see how everything goes here. So we got Omatsu. Let me actually up the volume here. Jesus. Stay up. There we go.
9周年記念ファンミーティングでお伝えしました新キャラクター孫悟飯ビーストのガンマ1号&ガンマ2号の演出と性能を紹介させていただきます。まず1体目はこちらドッカンフェスよりフェス限定キャラクターとして登場いたします究極を超えた新たな力孫悟飯ビーストです。こちらのキャラクターも9周年の第1弾で登場したスーパーサイヤ人ゴジータが持つ新要素ターゲット集中を持っています。
Okay, so Bees is actually going to have a target skill then. They just talked about that.
どうぞ。
Okay, there we go. Oh my god. Oh my. Wait a minute. Oh my. Again, these are Dokkan original animations. Dude, look at that. Oh, the big kick. Oh, we got this. Oh my god. Oh, dude. From the BoJack movie, the punch from the BoJack movie. Oh, that's awesome. Oh my god, that walk animation. Oh, oh, that's the target skill. Oh, we see the side banner unit. There's the side banner unit. It's gonna be a Krillin in 18. I talked about it. It's a Krillin in 18. Oh, there's the unit super. Oh my god. Oh. Dude. 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 KO screen? KO screen? Oh my god, that is sick!
いかがでしたでしょうか。今回は映画ドラゴンボールスーパーヒーローを再現させていただいた演出に加え、ドッカンバトルオリジナルな要素も盛り込ませていただきました。
basically Dokkan original character showing Dokkan original like you know, not content, Dokkan original animations. I call it was a Krillin 18 banner unit. So yeah.
続きまして性能の紹介をさせていただきます。属性は増力、リーダースキルはスーパーヒーローまたは指定の絆、または奇跡の覚醒
Bottom Master and Disciple or Miraculous Awakening category, key plus 3, 170, and 30% to Entrusted Will or Movie Hero. Dude, Entrusted Will? Oh no, missing the super attack. Okay. 12 key greatly raises attack and defense for one turn, causes immense damage to the enemy or colossal damage to the enemy. He greatly raises attack, raises defense for 4 turns and causes mega colossal. There's the unit super, needs to have a Piccolo on the team, and with key is 18 or more. Greatly raises attack, defense raise, gets a defense raise for 4 turns, causes mega colossal damage to the enemy, increases allies' crit chance by 20%, and nullifies enemies' action once within the turn. Dude, that is fucking awesome. Crit chance raise on super? That is massive. Okay, let me see their passive. When you have the entrance animation once only and for 5 turns, he gets Ki plus 8, he has chance of crit, and damage reduction plus 40%. He has Ki plus 3, attack defense plus 260%, guards all attacks, plus an additional attack by 60% when attacking. If Ki is 24, he gets a 20% chance to crit. And whenever he receives an attack, he gets a defense buff of 80%. And if Ki is 24, damage reduction goes up by 20%. So you get 20% damage reduction. Oh my god, this is a long ass passive. Each time you collect the Ki sphere, you get an additional Ki sphere. Whenever you receive an attack, he has a chance of doing an additional, which has a chance of being a super. All allies get Ki plus 3, except Gohan. And every time you get hit, you get Ki plus 1 or Ki plus 5. Attack and crit raises up by 20% during the turn. And if you get hit 5 or more times per battle, he gets an additional 20% damage reduction for the next attack and Ki plus 2. I didn't get that last part. This is the active skill. Let me see. Can be activated starting from the next attacking turn when hit by the enemy. Increases your Ki by 24. Defense gets to 158% for 1 turn. And he has the target skill. And always, it's a guaranteed crit for the turn. I didn't see the hit. I was reading that really fast. Hey David, how's it going, dude? Yeah, no, it's all good. I will have the stream up and I will have this video as a recording, so don't worry. I don't know if I mentioned if he guards or not. I did not read that in the details. They were just bullet fast for me. Let's see, we got the gammas. Let me know if it's too loud, guys. I'm also very sorry if it is. Let me lower it just a little bit, just a tad bit, so your ears don't get too blasted. Okay, those animations look cool. ガンマ1号とガンマ2号の華麗なコンビネーション技を再現させていただきました。それでは性能紹介に移らせていただければなと思います。属性は超知。Superhero 200%. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, Superhero 200%. 必殺技ビクトリーコンビネーションは一旦アタックとディフェンスが上昇。Raises attack and defense on his 12 key, causes colossal damage to the enemy. Greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes mega colossal on his 18 key. Okay, they're int. I didn't see Gohan's typing. Okay, they get Ki plus 3, attack and defense plus 125%. When HP is 30% or above, they get Ki plus 3 and attack and defense plus 125%. And Superhero, Join Forces, or Defenders of Justice, category allies, they get Ki plus 3 and attack and defense plus 50%. For each Ki sphere you collect, they get a chance of crit by 30%. And there's gonna be additional attacks that have a chance of becoming a super attack up to 2 times per turn. For each AGL and STR Ki spheres obtained, he gets a chance of performing a critical hit plus 30%. And that goes up by 12%. Okay, that wording looks weird. actually, no.
上昇いたしますので、最大2回の追撃を生かして最速の一旦強化を狙ってみてください。
Yeah, that wording looks kind of weird. Let me see. He gets a chance of critting by 30% if you collect every key for each key sphere obtained. Of course, the cats did that. Oh boy. Okay, wait, this is the core breaker. This has to be a standby. Yeah, it is a standby. But let me keep reading their passive before I get distracted. They always get an additional attack that has a 70% chance of becoming a super, up to 2 times per turn. And if you attack 3 or more times during the battle, so if he does 3 or more attacks, he gets an additional attack and defense plus 50%, and they get damage reduction up by 30%. Oh yeah, there's the core breaker. Is that the stand?
映画にありましたあの感動のワンシーンをドッカンバトルで再現させていただきました。それではスタンバイ状態
Yeah, it is a standby. I kind of guessed it. GOHAN is STR. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, he does get a standby. Can be activated when HP is 70% or less, or when you do 3 or more attacks in battle, or when you attack 3 or more times in battle. Standby for 4 turns, and charge count increases by 1 every time an ally on your team attacks. Okay, so again, this is gonna be Gamma 1 attacking with the standby. Raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy. Then the 18 key. Super Gamma Blast, actually got the translation. Greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage to the enemy, and increases defense of super class allies by 50% for 1 turn. There's the passive skill for Gamma 1. After the standby, they get Ki plus 6, defense plus 250%, damage reduction, they get 50% damage reduction, and they get an additional attack and defense plus 50% when attacking. Superhero or joint forces category allies. Superhero and joint forces superclass allies. They get Ki plus 3 and attack and defense plus 50%. And for each key sphere you obtain, they get an additional crit chance of 30%. Super attack, they will do 2 they will do an additional attack that can become supers up to 2 times per turn. They get 12% chance of getting more crit chances per key sphere obtained. Per different type key spheres obtained. I think it's STR or INT. And they get an additional super attack, or they get an additional attack with 50 or 70% chance of that to become a super. I didn't get to take a picture of the standby. They get attack plus 100% temporarily, but ultimate damage temporarily with each charge count. Temporarily increases attack by 100% for each charge count. Deals super ultimate damage to the opponent. And stuns for 1 turn. I didn't get to see the other picture. No, that's his... Are we reading his passive again? Yeah. Oh no, Allies of Justice category. So, not super class. So it's Superhero, Joint Forces, or Defenders of Justice. They get Ki plus 3 and attack and defense plus 50%.
そしてガンマ1号のみとなったこの状態では
It has to be tech, AGL, or tech key spheres. If you collect those, they get their crit chance up by 20% up to 100%. And they get their damage reduction up by 10% up to 50%. That's what's being read here.
少し長くなってしまいましたが、以上となります。
Okay.
正義のスーパーヒーローにふさわしい2人の最強コンビをぜひ仲間にして遊んでみてくださいね。こちらで今回の最新情報は以上となります。今回紹介させていただきましたドッカンフェスと伝説降臨祭につきましてはどちらも2月16日
Oh, it starts on the 16th in Japan time, so in 2 days time.
楽しみにお待ちいただければなと思います。この動画は最後となりますが9周年極大ドッカン社祭はまだまだ続きますのでぜひ楽しんでください。それではまた次回の動画でお会いいたしましょう。最後までご視聴いただきありがとうございました。
Okay, that is the end of the broadcast. Okay. Okay. Dude, the animations look phenomenal. Absolutely crazy. I will have to check. I don't think we have translations, or I don't know if we are going to have translations right away. Let me review this. Let me see this again. So we got the animations. Let's go. I'll show them again because maybe there are people arriving right now. But these animations look sick. That animation looks so badass, dude. Oh my god. We got the target skill right there. Look at his sprite too. Then give me. Let's go back for a bit. Let's go back just a tad bit. Look at his sprite. He looks really cool. But yeah, of course we got the side banner units. You guys can see down here. It's an 18 and Krillin side banner unit for the GOHAN banner, which I kind of guessed it at the beginning of the stream. This super attack animation looks freaking awesome too. Just both of them right there alongside each other doing the kick. While in the movie, Piccolo is fighting for his own life here. And then we got the Makanko Sapo animation right there. And then they have a sick KO screen too. Oof, that looks amazing. So let me jump over to their details, see if I missed something. So they lead Superhero, Miraculous Awakening, and Bonamaster Disciple. Key plus 3, all stats 170. With an additional 30% to Movie Heroes and Entrusted Will. So there's a buff for Entrusted Will, but it's a not dead category, but it's okay. We did the translations for this, but I guess I can try to show them one more time. So on his 12 key, they get greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy. And on his 18 key, greatly raises attack for 4 turns. I'm assuming this is how it's worded. Defense is raised by just by 30%, while attack is greatly raised by 50%, if I'm not mistaken. Again, we will have to wait for actual translations to come in. And causes mega colossal damage to the enemy. Let's continue on. They also have the unit super attack, which again can be done with a Piccolo on the team. It'll be pretty easy since we already have a tech Piccolo who also is on Movie Heroes and on Superhero actually. And you need to do whenever you have the 18 key. They greatly raise his attack. Defense is raised by 4 turns. Causes mega colossal damage to the enemy and increases his allies' crit chance for 1 turn, and nullifies the enemy's actions once within the turn with that super attack. That is pretty cool. Then we got his passive here. Let me make sure that I read this correctly. So he has his enter animation whenever it's activated. Gets for 5 turns. He gets key plus 8, chance of crit and damage reduction up by 40%. And key is well, that's basically the effect. Then he gets key plus 3, attack and defense plus 250%. He guards all attacks. I didn't read that. If I did, I kind of forgot about it. Imagine bald Gohan. Okay. Welcome, Ajal. How's it going? Increases attack by 50% when attacking. If key is 24, crit chances go up by 20%. And whenever he receives an attack, he gets defense plus 80%. If key is 24, damage reduction goes up by 20%. So he will have an easy time doing the 18 key super or the 24 key super. He will have, for 5 turns, he will have at least 60% damage reduction with guard. That is nuts. He gets key plus 1 per key sphere obtained. Whenever you receive an attack, he gets an additional attack that has a chance of becoming a super, or he gets a guaranteed super attack every single time he gets hit. I don't know if the wording is correct. All allies get key plus 3 except Gohan. Except himself, basically. And every time you get attacked, your key goes up by 1, up to 5 times, up to key plus 5. He gets an additional attack and crit chance up by 20% during the turn, just for the turn. And if you perform an attack 5 or more times, or receive an attack 8 or more times during the battle, well, I kind of passed through that. He gets a chance of performing a critical hit, and he has a chance of performing a critical hit, damage reduction, and provides key plus 2 to all allies on the next attacking turn. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So he does a lot of he does a lot, dude. That's a lot of things that he's doing. Like, he's providing support, he's providing crit chance, providing damage reduction. Actually, no, he's just providing damage reduction. Yeah, crit chance, damage reduction, and key plus 2 if he gets hit 8 times or does an attack 5 or more times during the battle. Pretty strong. Okay, I like that. Then we got his active skill, which is, of course, the target skill animation. Can be activated from the next attacking turn when attacked by an enemy once only. I guess if he gets hit once, this is when he gets to use the target skill. That's pretty quick. Key goes up by 24. He gets defense plus 158% for 1 turn. And he has the target skill on himself. So, as the focuses all the attacks on himself, on Gohan, and then every single attack, I guess, during the turn is a guaranteed crit. This is gonna be a very damaging unit. I didn't see any dodge chances on his kid, so he's gonna be doing a lot of damage. He has 10,294 defense stats. I mean, this is a unit that has guard, 60% damage reduction for 5 turns. He gets damage reduction just by doing a 24 key super. So after turn 5, I feel like his damage is gonna skyrocket a lot. But defensive, I want to see him more in game. I want to see how he performs in game. All right, so we got the gammas. I also will show the animations for this. Come on, give it to me. Give me the animation. Look at this.
かがだったでしょうか。ガンマ1号とガンマ2号の華麗なコンビネーション技を再現させていただきました。
Alright, and then after this, we got their kits and their details. So, yeah, he gets superhero 200%, which is, I guess, kind of expected since this is a celebration of super. So, let me go ahead and translate these super attacks real quick. So, again, raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy. His 12 key. His 18 key greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage to the enemy. If we continue moving forward, we got their passive here. Again, this is a standby unit, so the unit itself is just going to be Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 that goes into standby to Gamma 1. So he gets key plus 3, attack and defense plus 125%, and when HP is 30% or more, he gets an additional key plus 3 and attack and defense plus 125%. He gets key plus 3 and then defense plus 50% to allies in the superhero, join forces, or defenders of justice category. And for each key sphere you obtain, they get a chance of performing a critical hit plus 30%. This is on Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, not on the other ones, not on the other allies. And a super attack. An additional super attack will be performed up to 2 times per turn. For each, I want to say, AGL or STR key sphere obtained, the chances of performing a critical hit on the character goes up by 30%, or it's already up by 30%, it goes up by 12%. Always performs an additional attack that has a 70% chance of becoming a super, up to 2 times per turn. And if you attack 3 or more times during the battle, or you perform 3 or more attacks during the battle, from that turn onwards, he gets an additional defense, attack and defense plus 50%, and damage reduction goes up by 30%. Pretty strong. And we move over to here. We got the animations for the standby. There you go. This is Gamma 1 going crazy, awaiting the arrival for the boy Gamma 2 to finish up with his standby. So let's go ahead and check this out. This is the standby skill effect. Can be activated when HP is 70% or below, or when you attack 3 or more times during the battle, once only, and he can go into standby for 4 turns, and charges count increases by 1 every time an ally on the team super attacks or attacks in general. So we got the super attacks by Gamma 1. Again, this is the after his I want to say exchange, because you see the slash over there. There will be an exchange there, and he does have a standby mechanic here. So he raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy. It says maximum in the translation, so I want to say it's supreme, but I don't want to judge that too much. I want to say that it's colossal and then mega colossal for the 18 key, because they usually do that for the super attacks unless it's an AoE. But this is just to the enemy. So then the ultra super attack greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy, and increases defense for super class allies by 50% for one turn, which is massive. It helps out a lot when he does the. You're going to always do the 18 key with these alarms. So, then we get the good old standby. Passive. Sorry. He gets key plus 6. Attack and defense plus 250%. He gets damage reduction up by 60%. And he gets an additional attack and defense plus 50% when attacking. He gets key plus 3, attack and defense plus 60% for allies who belong to the Defenders of Justice, Superhero, and Joint Forces. He gets, and for each key that you acquire, I guess, for each key sphere collected, you get your the chances of critting goes up by 30%, up to 30%, I guess. He gets an additional super attack up to 2 times per turn, and he gets an additional for each, I guess, key sphere that you collect. It's a typing key sphere, but it's not telling me the translation for which typing key sphere it is that you need to collect. He gets an increased chance critting by 12%. He will always do an additional attack that has a 70% chance of becoming a super attack up to 2 times per turn. Pretty good on that. Then we will move on to the passive ability, or the standby mechanic, which in a moment I will give you that. Give me 1 second, because the phone didn't help. This is massive, by the way. He gets attack plus 100% per charge count collected. For each charge count, he gets attack plus 100%. That is gonna be a nuclear bomb, with depending on all the charges that you collect here. Temporarily increases the attack by 100%, and for each charge count, deals super ultimate damage to the enemy and stuns the enemy for 1 turn. That is way too good. And of course, this will be exchanged. He will go into Gamma 1 after the fact. After you do the standby, it's just going to be Gamma 1 as the card. So if we go for his super attack ability, did he mention the 12 key? Well, this is the 18 key. Is he not able? Is he just gonna be able to do the 18 key instead of the 12? I don't get that. They didn't show the actual 12 key super. They're showing the 18 key only. Greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage to the enemy, increases superclass's defense by 50% for 2 turns, which is crazy good. And then he got his own passive here. Let me go ahead and see what states. Actually, this kind of interrupts it. So let me read this now. Key plus 3, attack and defense 150%. He gets damage reduction up by 15%, sorry. And when HP is 30% or above, he gets key plus 3 and attack and defense 150%. Damage reduction goes up by an additional 15%. And attack and defense plus 50% when attacking. He gets key plus 3 and attack and defense plus 50% for all allies in the Superhero, Joint Forces, or Defenders of Justice category. He always provides an additional attack, or additional super. Changes key spheres of a certain type to int key spheres. Oh, so he's an art changer too. I didn't read that. For each type key sphere, it's a typing, but it says power. I think that's SDR. I don't know. For each type key sphere, that type key sphere that you collect, his crit chance go up by 20%. He gets an increased damage reduction by 10% up to 50%. And his crit chance goes up by 20% up to 100% with that type key sphere obtained. So yeah, pretty good. I'm loving these units, man. Cannot wait to see how they perform in game. Again, these are the rough translations. Koresh is in the process of doing the translation, so I will post them on the community page. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of these amazing units, dude. Gohan has one of the sickest animations in the game. Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 is basically a standby or an exchange and standby unit, which is also going like crazy. That's really, really nuts. So we will be able to see more of their kits and stuff like that once the official translation or the translations by the homie Goresh go up on the channel. I will make sure to upload them as soon as possible. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. These are the crazy animations for part 2. These units are crazy. I'd love to see that. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye bye.